What a game we have coming up here. A top 10 team perhaps walking right into a trap. As any fan of college football knows, when you go on the road, you never know what you might run into. Welcome to spectacular Boca Raton, Florida, Flagler Credit Union Stadium, home to the Florida Atlantic Owls. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Charlotte 49ers, taking on a conference rival from the American, the Florida Atlantic Owls. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Charlotte 49ers offense takes the field to start this game off. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games.
Oh, he's got some space. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. First down and 10. Running back searching for a hole. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Looking to throw, it's Sharp. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. And the 49ers will send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. The Owls offense has its first opportunity of the day. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. And I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing. Proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And after that last sack, man, you could just see it. They are feeling themselves. After pitching a shutout last week, after dominating early in this game, it just seems like they're playing with a different aggression and a different level of intensity than what their opponent is. They have been so dominant.
Florida Atlantic will send the punt unit onto the field. He gets his first one of the day out of there. They used him 3 times in that loss last week. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. They'll get this drive started from the 29. Give to the running back. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. To throw, it's Sharp. Got his man downfield. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his man. It's Austin. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The 49ers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the left. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Throws to the wideout. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back, almost intercepted. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking for room, it's Reed. Gets it past the marker. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. To the ground with the back. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to...
Intercepted deep in his own end. Bringing it back. And a tremendous return will be stopped at the 28-yard line. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Off-play action on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Smith. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. All the way down to the 15-yard line, it's first down. Looking to throw on first down. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Fires to the wideout. Snags it. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Marches ahead. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. They'll immediately call timeout.
Well, this is very interesting because now down here in the red zone, you know it's not going to be easy throwing it because the windows are small. Can they run the ball again?
Trying to get in the end zone, and the ball is loose. Touchdown, Owls! First score of the game goes up.
Finally, somebody's able to get on the board. This game was sending offensive football back to the 1930s. Great job of executing. I know this is a defensive stalemate. I don't know how many points we're going to see in the second half. Guys, that touchdown, that might be all they need based on what we've seen here in the first half.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. He's brought down after a good return, gets it out to the 31. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Looking downfield, it's Sharp. Unloads to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Boca Raton. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Howard Schnellenberger Field.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the 49ers will boot it away to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Finding an escape route. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. Florida Atlantic races to the line.
Tell you what, that read game really slows you down defensively, kind of makes you play responsibility football. And when you get chunks like that on first down as an offense, I would continue to come back to it.
Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
On third down, going up top. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Another incompletion on third down. Florida Atlantic will have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A high kick trying to pin them deep. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Using his legs, it's Reed. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts, but I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, they get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got to make a play. They just got to get something positive to happen here, sort of wake them up, and then put another play back-to-back, and all of a sudden they get that momentum going. We know they've got the dudes. They've got the studs on both sides of the ball to win this football game. It just needs to start with one spark. You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. He wants to change this route. Looking downfield, it's Sharp. Throws to the wideout. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row. And they decide to trot out the kicker. And he'll try to knock it through from the right hash and 35 yards out. And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. That'll bring him to within 4. And guys, Florida Atlantic is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And the Owls get enough for the first down.
And that hurts on defense, giving up the first on the ground like that. We're in a one-possession game. You've got all 3 timeouts. I think you got to start burning them here to save some clock.
The RPO, it's complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. Wants to go up top. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the...
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Recovers the fumble, and he's still going.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball security.
The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. To the air, it's Sharp. There's the pressure. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Hey, this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
This one's complete. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Hopkins. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The 49ers come to the line with a new set of downs. Buys a little time. He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's second down.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Throwing right, and it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. He'll pull it on the read. Got the first down, looking for more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And how about the QB? We haven't seen it all game long, man. Nice job coming up big in a big moment in the fourth quarter. He says, nobody there, takes off, does it with his feet, and gets the first down.
Quarterback running on the draw. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. Draw play, quarterback keeps it. The Owls are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks. Timeout is called. The clock stopped with 26 seconds left. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. The great Nick Saban often says players often respond better to losses. They listen more than they do if they're getting away with things in wins. So maybe this is an opportunity to recalibrate.
I think you take it first and you internalize it and you get upset because obviously the goal was to win the game. But you also got to flip the switch really quickly, Jesse, and say, okay, what do I need to work on? Because I only got one loss. I'm still very much in the thick of all of my dreams that I want to come true. So I can't take it too hard, but I got to use it.
Yeah, this loss definitely hurts. And I know one of the goals for this team at the start of the year was to go undefeated and win a national championship. You can't go undefeated anymore, but you can still win a national championship. The key is the leadership in the locker room. They've got to turn the page. They've got to get everybody refocused. You can't let this loss now turn into 2 or 3 or more down the road.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese.